That's right, guys. Countdown has begun. Let's make a little bit of noise for our players. While we are looking at the loading screen, I want to remind everybody that we're going to be giving away 8 gigs of Kingston HyperX memory. If you want a chance at that, go take a picture of yourself getting an autograph and tweet that photo to NASL TV, twitter.com/NASL TV, giving away some free stuff. Also, a huge shout out to our main sponsors, Azo and iBuyPower. Could not do this event without the support of those fantastic institutions.
So, all right, we have MTW Dimaga, of course, being our red Zerg from Ukraine, spawning on the right top side of the map, and Imba Bratok spawning on the right bottom side of the map, of course, being the blue Terran from Russia. Bratok, who used to play for Ro16, that's quite a while ago, a very well-known Russian team with quite a strong lineup as well. But yeah, I would say 6 to 8 months ago or something like that, he made a switch over to Team Imba, not to be confused with FX Open, even though they are sponsored by FXO as well. The team of, for instance, Lowly, the Belarusian Zerg, and I wonder actually if he practiced with him or not. And of course, Strelok as well.
Of course, Strelok is also here at this tournament. We'll be seeing some of his play later on today. Now let's make note of these spawning positions. We've got the players both on the right side of the map. That means that at some point there will be some contention of this middle expand that we see between them. These destructible debris closer to Dimaga's base are going to be very, very important because that's basically the only thing making Bratok go the long way around. At some point, Braddock's going to take out these rocks and he's going to have a much, much shorter push to Dimaga's base. Right now, we're just seeing a single barracks going up for Bratok. No sign of gas just yet. This is a map where you can very, very safely fast expand as any race.
Yes, definitely. Sometimes you even see CC first from the Terrans, but that's not what Bratok is going to do. Dima is going hatch first, though. Then again, that is a little bit more standard for Zerg than it is for Terran.
Yes. What is noteworthy is that Dimaga's going hatch first outside of his base. He's taken the full expand down below his ramp rather than the smaller expand in the back of his base. This means he's going to get virtually a free third base, but that third base is not going to be a full third base. He's not going to have that second gas. Well, he's going to have lots of mineral patches, but the gas is really what the Zerg players look for in any sort of expansion.
Something cool about Bratok, which I think a lot of people don't really know, is that he actually once won a really big tournament in StarCraft 2. And it was a Russian-only tournament, and there wasn't really a lot of news about it in general. It was also the tournament with the most unfair prize distribution in history, I think. It was like $10,000 for first place and antivirus for 1 month in second place. But Bratok did win that tournament. Other than that, unfortunately, he didn't win that much on international terrain.
True. To be fair, Dimaga hasn't won that much at an international level either. He's just a little bit more.
Well, he won Assembly, which was pretty big.
True. But I think that's his only major big international win. He's a big face in the scene, and he's always a favorite to do well. But he's not got that long laundry list of achievements like somebody like, say, Idra.
No, okay, that's true. But yeah. Perhaps this is a shot for Dima. Bratok getting a nice scout up over here in the main base of Dimaga. Dima, who just started speed. Bratok actually wants to see if it's double hatch already or not, but perhaps to his comfort zone he will realize there are no 2 hatcheries yet for Dima.
Yep, getting a really nice scout in here. Sees only the single mining gas. Sees the expansions. Dima getting third queen already. This is something that a lot of Zerg players are doing these days. Third queen allows fast creep spread. You can use her for transfusion in the case of early aggression. Helps defending drops. And there's that first command center going down for Bratok.
Yeah, so we know it's been on its way already a while. We do have that reactor on the barracks as well, so he's probably going to switch it up with the with the factory. I'm curious to see how many Hellions. Ooh, actually, Bratok just decides producing Hellions out of this factory. He's going to add on the Starports right away. Interesting opening from Bratok.
Yeah, very interesting. Maybe going to be going for some sort of drop. I guess it's possible he could add a tech lab onto that factory and try to hammer out some Banshees as well. He's expanding, but it looks like he wants to be a little bit aggressive at the same time.
I'm not sure, actually. 28 drones already for Dima, 6 more on the way, as you can see in the left top side of my screen at the production tab. What is it going to be, Bratok? Might just be one of those Marine Hellion pushes. Then again, this is, it makes a little bit of sense perhaps, but the natural is actually kind of wide open for Dimaga, and if he would drop in the, well, let's say, the real natural, or the turret in this case, I wonder how effective that's really going to be. Dima should have more than enough time to respond to that, actually.
Dima already working on these rocks. He doesn't want to tank push, setting up from behind him and slowly making its way down here. Braddock's getting a medevac, so maybe we'll be seeing some sort of drop or elevator play. That's kind of there was a time period not too long ago when that got really popular, and then it sort of phased out a little bit, but still a very viable play style.
Definitely. Zergs in general got a lot better dealing with that, having those 3 queens around, focusing the medevac straight away, making it a lot harder for Hellions to be really effective. But then again, like on the map like Shadow Temple, where you would say the spine crawlers are in the front and there is like a big area where you can basically load up your units, it makes a little bit more sense on a Crevasse. So I'm a bit surprised by the opening so far from Bratok, but perhaps we shouldn't draw any conclusions and just wait and see.
I mean, he's not pushed out to attack yet. No. He's being very passive, it seems. Adding a couple more barracks now, so maybe he's just wanted to go ahead and round off his tech so he can make a bigger push around 8 or 9 minutes. Rocks do go down, so there will be that attack path has been effectively lessened, and Dima's going to have a lot more freedom to move around and set up flanks.
Yep, of course that's going to make it later in the game easier for Bratok as well to push if he really wants to. But so far that doesn't really seem to be the case. He added on quite a few racks, as you can see. We do see a tech lab going on right now at this factory. Still no add-ons on the starport. A couple of banelings morphing for Dima. If we take a look at Dima's point of view, actually he's been a little bit blind for quite a while. He did have that Selnaga watchtower earlier, but he had to give it up. So right now this is actually quite of a kind of a scary phase in the game for MTW Dimaga.
Yeah, he's saturated 2 bases. He's taking a third. Bratok pushing forward here with quite a few units. Marines pushing all the way up onto the rep. Oh, but the banelings make a pretty good connection there, but Bratok. Oh. Wow, Bradok's still pushing hard here. 18 Zerglings on the way from Dimaga.
Yes, more and more links on the way. Those 2 queens helping out as well. Hellion is still alive. Those Marines being really effective right now. Fortunately, we did not have to lie, and that was actually an excellent split by Bratok, and Dimaga is in quite some trouble.
Yes, he is. Reinforcing units are popping out here. Queens aren't focusing anything but Marines. Zerglings doing everything they can to clean up. It looks like Dimaga will repel this really off-timing push from Bratok. That was a weird time to push with just Marines and Hellion.
Yep, but he did force a ton of Zerglings, and he's forcing even more Zerglings. If we see, take a look at the production tab once again. 20 links on the way. Baning speed is on its way. Spire took, well, actually I thought it took more damage than it really did, but still it took some damage. I do want to point out the excellent creep threat so far of Dimaga. This is 10 minutes into the game, and that's probably as good as it's going to get.
Yeah, excellent creep spread from Dimaga, giving him a lot more mobility, a lot more vision. He can see this medevac flying around, for example. He's not going to be fooled by that. Bratok lost a pretty substantial army there, and he only did damage to the troops Dimaga had on the ground, only killing a single drone that wasn't the most effective attack ever. And he is pushing out as if he wants to do it again.
44 SCVs right now against 48 drones, so at least Bratok did a really good job at preventing Dima from droning. And obviously at the 10-minute mark, when you're at 3 hatcheries and Zerg, you want to have a little bit more than 44 drones, or 48 in this case. It's decent, and he will be able to get a few Mutalisk out, but I wonder if it's really going to be enough. Ooh, Spinecrawler a bit out of position.
It's in a really bad position. He's going to take a couple shots from that siege tank, and I think it might actually die. Dima. Seriously, man, uproot that spine, back it up. No, he's not going to, and Bratok going to continue pushing forward just with a few Marines, a few siege tanks. Dimaga making a lot of Zerglings right now. He's only got 3 Banelings on the map.
And only 4 Mutalisk as well. They did start working, or try to work on the tank. Oh, Dimaga, what are you doing? Lost 1 Mutalisk already. Almost lost the second one there as well. Bratok bringing in 1 SCV.
Really scary push here from Bratok. He's going to go ahead and throw down a bunker just to make it a little bit stronger. The great creep spread of Dimaga is really, I would say, slowing this push. You really don't want to push out onto his creep.
That tank is quite far ahead. That's actually going to pose a serious threat for Dimaga. I wonder if he's going to go for it straight away. Yes, he will.
Oh, and he's got a lot of Zerglings, Roddy. Here they come. Zerglings and Banelings rolling through. Only a single siege tank left. Dimaga is going to clean up this push from Bratok. Wow. Every unit falls. Back in Braddock's natural, he only has a single siege tank and a bunker with 2 Marines, but he's got some nice building placements. It's going to make it very hard to counterattack into that.
Nice drop on the right side of the map, though. Bratok killing quite a few drones. Well, only 3 throughout the entire game, but at least once again forced Dimaga to take care of that. And Bratok actually having a worker lead, 53 SCVs against only 45 drones.
Great thing about that drop is it meant that he wasn't getting counterattacked by Dimaga's whole army, but giving him a little bit more time to shore up his defenses back home. Dima is finally starting to add a few drones again, up to 55 workers. Bratok doing a great job of keeping up economically as well. I'm really surprised that he hasn't taken this command center in the back of his main yet.
Yeah, indeed. Well, he has the SCV in position, he has the missile turret as well, so I guess it won't take that long anymore. Dima adding quite a few Mutalisk right now. He lost all of his Mutalisk in the previous fight though, so despite cleaning up that push, losing Mutalisk is of course always a pain for Zergs. Loving these few units over here on patrol, making it a lot easier to see drops coming in, or at least dealing with drops in general. These Mutalisks are going to spot that lonely Viking of Bratok as well here in the middle of the map.
Man, Dimaga's creep spread is just insane. He's pushed well through the center of the map, and Crevasse is a huge map.
If you look at Dima's point of view, it's like he has no fog of war.
Yeah, you can see everything. It'd be very, very difficult to attack into that. Bratok is taking that third base finally. Drone count 66 for Dimaga, 59 for Bratok. Very, very even economies. I think, interestingly, Dima's still not throwing down any sort of infestation pit. Doesn't look like he wants to move towards Hive anytime soon. He's just making hatcheries, spreading creep, droning up, and adding to that Needle Ball.
Well, we cast quite a few Dima games in general. Meanwhile, we see these Mutalisks taking out a couple of Marines on the map, left and right. We cast quite a bit of Dimaga games, and we see that he's one of the few European Zergs. Like, we know Nurcho, we know Stefano, they love getting group lords as soon as possible. Dimaga actually seems to kind of go with his own style, and he prefers those ultras later on.
Yeah, that's right. A little bit of a scan going down. A few creep tumors going to die. As Bratok going to try to limit some of this excellent vision that Dimaga has, killing basically all the active tumors. I think there's only one active tumor still alive. Bratok very intelligently just going to scan, kill those, and back off. Does not want to leave those units out on creep where they are so susceptible to Zergling surrounds. Yep.
Meanwhile, Dimaga did clear up that drop on the left side of the map. It's very good, helps us a lot to have creep control like this. And I'm also loving this only single overlord. Even though Dimaga basically has two overlords on the map, they're in an excellent position, and they're really going to help out defending against drops.
Absolutely. Bradok's got these units kind of stuck out in the middle of nowhere, going to scan and try to run forward, pick off a Mutalisk. Dima not going to let that happen. 144 supply for our Zerg player, only 120 for Bratok.
Yeah, Bratok playing kind of in the dark now as well, having absolutely no idea what's going on in the main base of Dima. Did not even scan once. He does have that Selnaga Watchtower right now, but here come the Banelings.
Yeah, not for long.
Great split by Bratok. Don't hate me, Bratok.
Oh, well done, Bratok. So Dima, once again, taking back that tower, making it so Bratok is, look at this, holding a Zelnaga tower with a drone. You don't often see that 17 minutes into the game, Roddy. It's the southern tower there.
It's kind of drone.
What's up, little guy?
Big brother is watching you, times 2.
Still only 65 drones for Dimaga. I'm really surprised to see him playing so relatively low eco. You very often see Zergs up around 80 drones this late into the game. Infestation Pit is still just now starting. So starting to move towards that Hive tech is Dimaga.
Yep, adding, wow, he has a lot of larvae actually over here, and they kind of did not notice. Perhaps he forgot to group this hatchery, or it's on purpose, I'm not sure. But that's a ton of larvae for Dimaga.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Dima's hotkeys. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, sorry.
Muta's going to fly into the back here, going to pick off a single turret. Second turret going to fall. There's no Marines anywhere nearby to deal with this, but the nice turret placement there by Bratok is going to at least make it so that these Mutas can't directly engage with SCVs. Where are your Marines, Bratok? You're just going to let these Mutas go to town on this command center?
Wow, Bratok is actually moving out. He's going to take out those 3 spine crawlers. Dimaga is flanking him though.
Oh, wow. Great attack in the center of the map. Thor's going to fall. Tanks are going to fall. All the Marines are going to fall. The third base has died as well to those Mutalisks. So Dimaga doing some big damage to Bratok. Supplies still about even, but Bratok just had his legs taken out from under him. Losing that third command center, a really big deal.
Bratok really underestimating the potential damage that those Mutalisks could do. And Dimaga actually went for a very quick +2. I'm not the expert in this matchup, man, but he got that really quite quick, no?
+2 Mutalisk attack. Yes, you're absolutely right. This Muta's doing a ton of damage. Bratok going to continue pushing. He's got a really big force in here. It looks like Dimaga is going to be content to just counterattack. Does he have enough back home to stay alive? A lot of Banelings morphing in.
It's kind of scary though, indeed. Those Banelings are going to help out a lot. Bradok's going to try to at least drop some Marines over here. He's going to have to do it quick though. We still have those Banelings rolling around for... Oh, Dimaga, nice.
Oh, very well done there, Dimaga. Another excellent split from Bratok. And Dima, here he goes into the natural expand of Bratok, and there's just nothing there right now, Kev.
Now, there are a couple of siege tanks, a couple of Marines, and Bratok is doing a decent damage over here, though, in the main base of Dimaga. But Bratok right now is actually supply capped already. Banelings blowing up a lot of SCVs. Well, could have been more.
Oh, wow. A lot of the Marines of the natural did go down, but there's still a few working on that hatchery, and it looks like this hatchery could actually fall. Natural expand of Bratok taking a ton of damage. He's lost so many SCVs. Mutas are going to come back and clean up all the siege tanks resting in the middle of the map.
That's actually a really big victory right now for Dimaga. Dimaga has to be careful though, because we do have one Tor there as well. Excellent push by Bratok. He's doing way more damage than I thought he would at first. And I think Dimaga perhaps could have done more with his Banelings.
Yeah, I think you are right, but it looks like finally Dima's going to be able to clean up the last of this push. Bratok stimming and running away with everything. Only a lone siege tank. Muta's going to come in. Will they magic box? No, they will not. Taking a lot of splash damage there.
So close right now. 117.
So close. Both players right at about 120 supply. You're right.
Yep, 118 for Bratok. Bratok losing that medevac, still pumping out more and more Marines though. There were quite a few minerals left, actually. Perhaps he could float over his main base. If I were Bratok, I would do that.
Dima really needs to save his third base. He's lost his natural, cleaning up a lot of Marines. Oh, the Mutals are all stacked up in the Thor, doing huge blast damage. So many Mutalisks falling there, Rotterdam.
Wow, all of the Mutalisks falling right now for Dimaga. Dimaga losing those banelings as well. Excellent tank spread by Bratok. He's been watching goody, man.
Such beautiful positioning on Bradok's units. He does kill the third base of Dimaga, and all of a sudden Dimaga is mined out in his main base. He has that small expansion in the back of his, I guess, second natural, but there's only a few drones there. He's got a base on the far left side of the map, but it's really not that much. He can't produce units. Yeah. His economy is hurting, and Bradok's in a great position.
Yeah, and it's very unprotected as well. Bratok is gonna spot it right on. Really good job right there by Bratok. So there we go. The Marines on load as well. Dimaga once again gonna try to break this contain over here with those banelings and zerglings.
Just doesn't have enough units, the Marines alone, enough to turn around these zerglings and banelings. And Bratok, 106 to fly to just 70. I think he might. Oh, Kevin, the first game is gonna go to Bratok. Dimaga GG's.
Wow, very nice game by Bratok. Actually, I was really surprised by the way this played out.